His name, and then we'll take questions.
I hope we can get home before 2 in the morning. It's, nothing better than playing at 9 p.m. two East Coast teams on 9 p.m. But it is what it is. I don't know.
Well, Central team's got to play early.
Yeah, I know. People watching their games will still at work when they started. I don't know. We played a little better today, a little bit more resolve, which gave ourselves a chance to win. We had that lull offensively in the second half, which then deflated us defensively. And, we went from being right there to down 14 or whatever it was. But since we had a little fight in us today, we were able to get some stops and make some conversions on offense and give us a chance. But then, which it's the theme with our basketball team, it comes down to one stop, and the defensive assignment that we laid out was not executed. And, listening has been a weakness for this team the whole year.
Question for Coach? Yes, Wes, make sure you get a microphone.
But with all that said, I'm real happy for Rick. Rick said at the media days, which is like as big a compliment as anyone has ever paid me in this business. He said he wanted his team to play like South Carolina. That's what he said back before the season. And for a guy that's won a gazillion games, that's going to be in the Hall of Fame like Rick, to say that. And you know what? I'm not trying to say how we used to play, but his team reminds me a lot of my team last year. Just a team that's tied at the hip and they're relentless on both ends of the floor.
Go ahead, Wes.
Coming out of that timeout late, I guess with all the pressure y'all been applying and their guards have been struggling a little bit, did you figure they were going to try to clear it out and go to Williams in that situation? Was that the message?
Yeah, I don't think I needed my college degree to figure out where that ball was going that possession. I could have done without my degree in education, and I still could have figured it out. We had a defensive call because we knew they were going in there. That's what we played behind. And Chris didn't carry his assignment. And but give Williams credit. He scored it. It's not like he just turned and dunked the ball. I mean, he turned and scored over a defender. But the frustrating part for me is that we didn't have the discipline to execute the defensive call. But we knew that's where they were going. That's what we spoke about, and we did they did their jobs and we did ours.
On the right, Coach.
Frank, what's the main difference between this team right now here in the losing streak and when you guys were off to 13-7 start and upset Florida Gates?
I mean, today we played well enough to win. Last game we didn't play. We just wasn't there. I don't think it's so much us. It's just how good the teams in this league are. I think it's more credit to the other teams than it is. We're not strong enough yet. We're too young. Coming down the stretch, Schofield and Williams just manhandled our bigs. Whether we were zone or man, they just kind of threw our guys around and scored and grabbed rebounds. And we did a better job defending their guards this time. But then the bigs just kind of manhandled our bigs from a physical standpoint.
Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, but it's more, the league's real good than, last year we were the old team that win these games. This year we're the young team and everyone else is old.
Frank, you mentioned the resolve. You got contributions tonight from 14 minutes from Jason Cutt, 13 minutes from KD, even Ibby out there in the first half because of the foul trouble. I mean, you had to kind of reach the depths of your bench today and you come out with a chance to win this. What did you think your team kind of did today? Get contributions from guys that weren't in those moments before.
Yeah, KG's been better and better and better. He's more engaged with what we're doing defensively. He's playing a little faster and a little stronger. Cud's going to be a real good player for us. You know, he had a couple opportunities on offense, and he just wasn't strong enough to deal with, you know, Grant Williams in contact plays at the rim. And I'm not saying there were fouls, he wasn't able to finish those. Then Grant Williams had the same opportunities against Jason, and he was strong enough to knock Jason off and score. And, you know, it's, but Cubs gonna be all right. KG's been better for us lately. You know, it's good to see it be out there too. Our guys tried today. Our fight was not bad. We had that, once again, that one dead spot where a 2-point game becomes 14 in a matter of 2 minutes. That became the difference in this game today.
Go ahead.
How much does that front court foul trouble kind of limit what you guys can do, especially, it seemed like keeping you in that zone defense a lot in that second half?
Yeah, my mindset going into the game today was to play more zone against them. Just because last time we played, they basically tried to spread us out and just drive our guards, and our guards really struggled defending, especially Ramonte off the dribble. So my mindset was to play a little more zone today. I thought the zone was working pretty good. They got a little stagnant. It worked for a little while, then they started attacking our zone. We went back to man. When we went back to man, it actually helped us there the last 6 minutes of the game or whatever. But my mindset coming into it, and then the foul trouble, kind of, some of those guys, I can't play them man and expect them to have success against those two big guys that Tennessee has. Actually, all three, because Alexander, what Rick has done with Alexander is phenomenal. The young man has gotten so much better in his time here. But the mindset was to play more zone today.
Back left, coach.
Yeah. What did you want to see on your last offensive possession? Did you come close to getting what you wanted?
Kind of, Phil. We wanted to sprint Mike into a fake ball screen, and you know they're going to switch ball screens at that stage of the game. So as soon as they started to switch, I told Wes, drive it downhill inside the 3-point line, right at Justin's man, and then Justin just sprint. And it's kind of a dribble handoff kind of screen. And even if they do switch, now you've got your bigger wing getting a shot over their point guard. The problem is, instead of Wes getting downhill, he dribbled sideways. So then Justin ends up with the shot 3 feet further out than he should have. And then on the backside, if we weren't comfortable on the drive, we had from the fake ball screen a pin down for Booker, and we expected them obviously to guard Booker. And so if they lost them, we get a shot. If they didn't, we're going to skip and try and get Mike on a backside 3.
All right, last question, coach.
You talked about those lulls in games. How do you prevent those from happening and just come down to players listening and trying to execute you?
Yeah, I got to stay patient, and experience is a big part of it. Guys not changing the spirit that they're playing with based on the ball not going in the basket. You know, and that hurt us today. But you know, players got to do a better job of opening their ears and opening their minds to be a little better in execution offensively. But you know, if we can figure out a way to finish the season playing with the disciplines that we played with today, and just be a little cleaner with our minds in our decision-making process, we'll figure out a way to finish the season the right way.
This will be the final one, coach.
It seemed like Hassani had a little bit better day today. It seemed like he played really tough. What did you see out of him, and what happened to him at the end of the game with Andrew Rosen?
He played hard for once in his life, so he cramped up. You know, that's when you play real hard and you're not used to playing that hard all the time. That's kind of the stuff that happens. But he tried today. He was a lot more engaged. He just has some mental lapses that just he's got to figure out a way to eliminate that. You know, he could be a real good player for us. He could really be a good player for us. You know, for example, like he made that 3, and then he kind of just zones out, and it's like he thinks he's playing at the YMCA, and Tennessee gets it out of bounds, sprints right down, and they score. And you know, that's all on him. It's all on him, and, you know, he makes a real good play, and he's so consumed, and it's the same thing with mistakes. He gets so consumed with the right play or the wrong play that he doesn't get on to the next play. And that's his challenge as a player. He's got to grow into that right there. Thank you, guys.
Frank will be available